Hey guys, it's Opal, and today we finally are able to open up this bad boy. Oh my lord! It is, of course, the Kaiba Ultimate Set Edition, whatever you want to call it, the big soup case. We're gonna open it, see what's inside, and I'll give you my thoughts on whether or not this is actually a worthwhile pickup or not. But let's get started. So first off, when you open up the suitcase, of course, you're going to get yourselves the Blue Eyes White Dragon 3-card 20th anniversary plaque. These are gorgeous. We'll take a quick look at them later on, but once you get past that, you're going to get through a couple layers here of the packaging, and also you're going to go ahead and get your 2 pins. These are the stand mechanism for the plaque, so make sure not to lose those. And then you reveal here 3 different type of items. First one we're going to look at here is the card separators for the decks. We'll get to that later. And of course, then we have the Seto Kaiba ultra rare anime deck. These are gorgeous. I'm excited to open these ones up. And then, of course, we have the dividers. Now, this suitcase also does act as a storage place for your cards, which actually works out pretty nicely. So once you removed out the rest of the packaging, things open up quite nicely. Another great detail is, of course, the KC logo on the inlay. This comes out clean. I'm so happy they were actually able to add this detail. And then, yeah, of course, let's put in the separators. You're going to be getting 7 in total. They can be a little bit finicky to actually slot in, I found, but once you get one side in, they kind of slot in quite nicely. So don't feel too awkward if you're having some difficulty, because it wasn't this clean on my first try, trust me. And then, yeah, once you have these slotted in, you can also get the halfway dividers there as well. And then using the KC card plastic that we had earlier, you can actually use it as dividers to help sort your collection. Now, in my tests here with the cards that I did use, I found bigger sleeves were a little bit of a weird fit, so I'd maybe avoid sleeves that have a lot of distance between the card and the plastic. But the more tight sleeves I found were just fine, so just keep note of that. If you're actually going to be storing cards in here, I would use sleeves. All right, so now we have the Blue Eyes themselves, which I think it goes without saying. These are absolutely gorgeous. So these are reprinted in the Series 1 layout in that prismatic secret rare for you guys over in the TCG. This is the kind of print that you saw for the Dark Duel Stories promo. Over here, see it in Series 1. And I believe this comes from the 99 Fiesta promo, which Fiesta, I'm not too good with it. But again, you get this awesome case. You're probably fully aware with it, of course. But yeah, they're just absolutely gorgeous. What's really interesting, though, for me is you get decent centering on these. I think in terms of like trying to get these graded, are they actually kind of worthwhile? Honestly, you can see I got a bit of a slant on most of the copies, and that's pretty common from what I have been told. But if you are lucky, you can just go ahead and find these guys for pretty cheap as already graded, usually a 9.5 on BGS or a 10 in PSA. I'm really considering sending this over to PSA to get it cross-graded, but the back centering is not too bad. I got this with a wicked deal. It was maybe somewhere around like $100 with something else here, so I was actually really impressed with what we got. Now, of course, the stand also comes with these 2 lovely pins, which what you are going to do, and this might be scary to some, and take a quick look at the back here as well. As you can see, really nice. The thing about this display is you can take these out. If you really wanted to, and you wanted to put, I don't know, 3 Karibos, normals, you can do that. You can totally do that. But it's not recommended. Wow, that is a very I don't want to strip the bolt there, so I'll be right back. All right, so we got ourselves our screwdriver. Let's take a look here. Now, of course, there we go. So for these, just a little bit of a crack. Don't worry, that's normal. What you can do with these then is take these bolts out. Once we get deep enough, My only thing is, like, what do you do with these bolts? It's kind of a good question. And is that, I feel like that went a little bit deeper than it should have. It totally did. It took out the one in the back there. But it's fine here. So again, we take this kind of end here, put it in with that one. Go ahead and just tighten that. And then should be able to just go ahead and screw it back in. Now these are a little bit slippery, so maybe have a cloth or something just to help you tighten this, because again, they can be a bit annoying. So again, we got one down here. And the idea is you're going to be able to use these to actually prop up the stand, which you'll see in a later shot here. Again, take that one out. See, that also still brought with it the insert, so I'm gonna have to take that bolt away. Which, to be honest, I'm a little scared of losing the bolts, so I'll have to put them somewhere that I could trust. Luckily, I have a couple boxes that I know of to never throw away kind of deal. So yeah, and then with that, you should be able to now stand your cards, which you can't see on this shot, but you'll see in another shot here when it has the suitcase out, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. That comes out pretty nice actually on the desk. I kind of like that aesthetic. It kind of goes hard, I'm not gonna lie. But what also goes hard is, of course, the deck itself that you get, which is, of course, going to be the Kaiba deck in ultra rare. Everything in here is printed ultra rare. There was some exclusives when this first came out. Let's go ahead and take those apart. Oh, beautiful. They are beauties. I'm just gonna put them there. I just want to dry my hands really quick. Move the bolts out of the way as well, might as well. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and dive into these beauties. So, of course, you get the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon as an Ultra. You get the Attack Guidance Armor as an Ultra. I believe that is Time Shaver as well. Magical Reflect Armor, I think that was called. And then, boys, we go straight into the good stuff. We go into the hard stuff. We got the Blue Eyes, the Hazora. Oh my god, these are absolutely gorgeous. And you just see everything as an Ultra. There was absolute love put into this set to actually get, oh, some of these are just, I can't even describe just how nice they are. And you get Mech Soldier as well. Oh my god, Kaiser in here. You got Void Raider as well, Voice Raider, XYZs are in here, Lejin, all of Kaiba's iconic cards from the early series, all nestled in here. Oh, they just look absolutely gorgeous. Now, of course, this deck isn't what you would call damn good, but if you wanted to go and flex, this is the deck you can flex with. If you have a favorite, I think you can easily find these singles. And then, boys, there it is. Obelisk the Tormentor as that Ultra. KC01. That might be something worth like putting away. Oh, you even get the Beast as well, the Mass Beast. You only saw it once. That's cool. So it goes by effect. Kaiser Glider. Illusions of Shadow or something along those lines. I can't remember. It's an old one. Feral Imp. You got Blade. Oh, you got Blade Knight in here as well. Oh, they're just absolutely gorgeous. They are so nice. I cannot stress how nice this set is. And then, of course, you get YZ. You got Lord of D. Oh. And you get some iconic. You also get the Lamp as well. Getting into the fusions again, XYZ Dragon Cannon, XY. And that's going to be, of course, Mystical Battle Horseman or something along that. You get the OG Monster Reborn print as an Ultra. Oh! Oh! It's so nice. Block defense as well. Like, some of these artworks, you just gotta go, holy, that's actually how they looked. Like, in an Ultra. Like, they go hard. They go so hard. Soul Exchange as well. God damn, Soul Charge. Oh, Oh, I cannot recall which one that one was off the top of my head. Level Down's in here as well. Card of Demise. Oh, Fiend Sanctuary too. You got Shrink. Enemy Controller. Megamorph. Oh, that Megamorph is clean. Holy. These might be some of my favorite prints. They just, I see them as ultras are just so cool. Absolutely bonkers. You got Crush card here. Also. Gift from the Mystical Elf. Ring of Destruction. OCG artwork with the grenades. Very nice. Very nice. Interdimensional Transporter, I think that was called. Off the top of my head. Oh, what was this? Cloning? I think it was cloning. As well. Shadow Spell. Final Order, I believe. And Negate Attack. Oh my goodness. These cards. They just go so hard. They look so good. I'm taken aback. Again, they are an absolutely beautiful set that I believe I have all of the protectors for, so we're gonna do that obviously off screen. But wow, an awesome set with his iconic cards from the anime, all in ultra. It just they look just so damn nicely. Take a look at that. Oh. I think for me it's actually seeing some of the older, like simpler cards. Like seeing like Poly in them. Like of course we have it now, but like what's a really good example of something you would not see? You honestly would not see like you wouldn't see Dark Energy as an ultra by any means. It's not something you would expect, so like honestly, I was so happy. I've been waiting to open this for such a long time. And to finally get to crack this open is pretty huge. Holy. So yeah, that is going to be it here for when it comes to the Kaiba set. Is it worthwhile? I think is a question that a lot of people are going to ask, and let's go ahead and break that down. So overall, what's my thoughts when it comes to actually this product in general? Specifically this Kaiba briefcase, you could say, where it has, again, the Blue Eyes White Dragons. You get the entire ultra rare set of the anime deck, as well as a cool storage case. Overall, if you can find it for the right price, I think it's a pretty great like addition to anybody's collection. On average in Japan right now, you can find them hovering in around 180 to 220 USD. I got mine at a pretty decent discount at around 220, and that was again sealed, came with the original box, even the original packaging that had Kaiba Corp on the side of it. Yeah, if you can find the suitcase at that price point, I think it is worthwhile. I would not be paying more than maybe 300 USD. I think that was going to be my upper limit when I was looking for this thing. And in all honesty too, like if you don't want to pay the TCG price right now, which is a little bit stupid, you're looking at resale at around $800 to $1,000 in some cases because of just how many people are looking to flip it. This is a really good alternative because at the end of the day, if you're really just there for the collecting sake of it, it's a nice, cool addition. It's a really cool card like holder in general. I would say I wouldn't put my absolute rarest cards in there. Again, I'm not 100% certain if they'll do very well in that. But if you want something that's like a fun little piece to show off for when you have friends coming on over, I'd say it's worthwhile. On top of that too, if you're able to again find one of the Blue Eyes is graded, if you want to get a graded copy, the one thing I will stress is do not buy this set just to grade the cards. Because in all honesty, everyone's doing that, and the value of those cards are just plummeting on down. Because people are realizing that they actually can't sell the cards. Because everybody's doing it. If everybody would just say, oh, I just want to go ahead and get myself one of the suitcases, and I'll go grade the Blue Eyes. That's just my personal opinion on it. Again, you also can't guarantee you're going to get a clean 3 set of Blue Eyes. Like I showed with mine, I had some off-centering on the original. Again, I was lucky. I found a graded copy of the card in my area here in Singapore for quite cheap. So I was happy to pick it up there because I was able to forge a deal with it with some other cards. And in the end, I was pretty much getting it at a pretty steep discount. But yeah, I hope Konami is willing to do stuff a little bit similar to that. I don't know what other characters you could possibly do this for, but it'd be kind of cool if there was like almost like, you know, you could do a tune book for Pegasus, for Yugi. Maybe it's just a giant Millennium Puzzle or something along those lines that you can go in and like the cards are there or something. Or like maybe it's a Dark Magic Circle or something from the Dark Magicians. Like, I think there's a lot of opportunities, maybe not as iconic as the briefcase, and I think that's going to be the one thing I would take away from this is I don't know if Konami can really top this. If they were doing like a specialized character, like, you know, gimmick kind of deal product for everybody, I feel like you would have had to wait for Kaiba to come out, because at the end of the day that was kind of the key thing that you wanted to show off. It's kind of the big prize. I don't know necessarily if anybody else is going to be able to, I would say, match that in terms of quality, but I'd like to see more like character specific stuff. Again, you could get any of the anime decks and just print that out as an Ultra. They'd be a really cool collector item. And honestly, like, as long as they're decently priced, I will say this on release was a little bit ridiculous. Now that the price has kind of come on down, people have kind of realized, hey, there's so many of these out there, I don't need to, you know, be hawking them off for $1,000 or $500. I even see that here in Singapore. People are still trying to sell this, or even just the plaque for $350, and it's like, you could just get it shipped over from Japan. You're paying maybe $220, $250 at most. So again, watch the resellers. They're really, really predatory, and I would highly avoid that. If you can find a store in Japan that's willing to ship it on over to you, or if you go to the country itself, or you find a local card shop that is willing to give you a decent price for it, I would try and go for it. But yeah, that's my quick thoughts over here on the Kaiba briefcase. Again, it's a really cool item. Try not to spend too much on it, and then show it off. That's my favorite thing so far about it, is actually being able to show this to a couple of people that are also like trading card fans. They see this and they always go, oh my god, Konami, they do such cool things. When in reality, this is like the only cool thing in a long time. I would say the Pokemon Master Collection that also just came out is kind of the same vibes of this, where you have kind of the printed, you know, fire, grass, and water decks that are all in Ultra. That's kind of what the equivalent, I would say, is right now for this product when you look at other TCGs. So I think it's only a matter of time before other TCGs start looking at, I would say, nostalgia baiting to this level and trying to make a really cool prime collector item. I think it's in the works. The other thing too, if you're looking to do a Seto Kaiba cosplay and you need a giant briefcase filled with lead weights to give to your younger brother so he can walk around with it and pull it around and look like they're actually struggling, because they are, this is a nice alternative as well. I will say, the briefcase is a little bit, well, now that I've emptied it, it's not too bad, but like hanging onto this thing for more than, like, I would say 10 to 20 minutes, you will start to feel it. It's like carrying, you know, 2 jugs of milk, I would say, you know, 1 to 2. You can get some real arm training in there if you really wanted to. Maybe that's why Kaiba had, you know, such a good right-hander. It wasn't for anything else. I'm joking. At the end of the day, thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Make sure to leave a like or subscribe. Leave your comments below. What did you think of this? Again, you've probably seen this one before, but I was absolutely happy I was able to pick one up for myself and kind of just get my thoughts on it. At the end of the day, thank you for watching, and see you next time.